Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at something that a few people struggle with on day-to-day driving, maybe before their driving test, or just every single day. And that is bay parking. Parking in between two cars, parking in a bay, whatever you want to call it. This is where you will come up to a parking spot, maybe it's at like a supermarket, a retail park, anything like that, or a parking lot. And you want to park between two cars or in a particular bay. Now, many people worry about hitting the cars that are parked either side of them or being wonky, being off. So I'm going to give you a few tips to make it easier for you and to make you feel more relaxed if you ever have to do this yourself. Now, in the UK, this can also be a requirement to do on the driving test. It's either a choice between a 3-point turn, parking in a bay, or reversing around a corner, and I do believe a parallel park too. So let me know if you want to see the rest of those test items covered in a video as well.
The simplest and easiest way to be consistent and confident with bay parking is called the 3-line rule, method, or whatever you'd like to call it. This is something that's easy to remember and just instills a little bit of confidence before you have to do a bay park, whether it's on the driving test or in everyday situations. Ever since I've learnt it, I've been doing it every single time.
So, the 3-line rule works like this. I have to come at about a car's width from the parking spaces that I want to aim for. You don't have to be spot on with this, you can be at different distances. Then what you do, simply, is say I want to choose this space here. What you do is you then count 3 bay lines in front. So you go 1, 2, and then 3. And once you get to that 3rd line, line it up with your shoulder. If you can see with this camera, my shoulder is in line with that 3rd line. And what you do is you put the car into reverse. As you go to reverse, slowly get the lock on, get the turning lock on, and begin to reverse slowly. You will start to go into the bay, and then as you straighten up, as you get about straight, get the steering straight, slow the car down, and back into the bay. It is pretty much as simple as that.
A lot of people get worried about how quickly you need to turn the steering wheel and how fast you need to be going. Take it slowly, but as you start to move backwards, turn the steering wheel towards the turn fairly quickly and keep your biting point at the same level. Don't whip the clutch out, don't use too much throttle, try and keep it slow and balanced, and keep checking over your shoulder, check that you're not running anyone over. If you're worried about how far back you need to go, you can open the door and have a check, but basically you will get used to seeing the front of the white lines, and if they're in line with the front of your car, you can kind of see over the bonnet and judge for yourself. So if you're worried that you are too close to the line on the right, which as you can see right now, we are just a tad too close, but in fact we're actually pretty good. But so if you want to go into sort of more center of the bay, get away from that right side line, you would do simply this. You would go to pull forwards, and when you do so, turn half a turn to the left, and then half a turn to the right. And that has straightened your car up a little bit and moved it away from that right line. Then all you need to do is reverse straight back in. As you can see, look over your left and right shoulder on the test. You've got to have a look over, make sure you're not running anyone over, make sure you're not running into things. And people worry that they need to move the left mirror down, and you can of course do that if you feel it helps. This same rule applies if you're too close to the line on your left. You can do half a turn to the right as you're moving forwards, and then half a turn to the left fairly quickly, and then straight back in. This will get you away from the line and get you straightened up.
Same rules apply no matter what side you're on. If you have to park in a bay on your left hand side, if you have to park on your right hand side, okay, I want to park in that bay there. You do exactly the same as before. You go 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, and you line that final line up with your shoulder. Then all you would need to do, put the car into reverse. As you begin to go backwards, you can quickly sort of get the steering lock on. It doesn't need to be that fast. Keep your clutch at the biting point. You don't want to be going fast here. And then you can sort of look over your shoulders in your mirrors and have a check as to if you're hitting anything, as you begin to get straight, unlock the steering wheel and in you go.
When it comes to bay parking or any maneuvers with your car, it really comes down to experience. The more you drive, the more you will get used to the size of your car and how it turns. If you're ever worried about something or there is a problem, there's nothing wrong with starting again. Pull forwards and try the maneuver once more if you are really worried or getting frustrated. The more you practice, the easier it will get every single time. If you find that you are getting too close to cars when parking, don't keep reversing. Just straighten the car up and drive straight back into the bay if possible. Or if you're really frustrated, you can just reposition and restart the whole maneuver. It's better to be safe than end up with damages or bashes to your confidence. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video today, and I hope it helped to make you a little bit more confident whilst parking and driving in general. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like this down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching, and drive safe.